Welcome to all you Librans. This is your monthly horoscope for June 2019, and it's an important month for the Librans. You are a cardinal sign, and there is an aspect which is called the Mars opposite Pluto. It happens every 2 years, and it's quite an intense aspect where there is a possibility, an opportunity to either take your power back if you have given it away way too much or suppressing it way too much, or it is also a time of stopping to control something that is not into your hands. So let's have a look at where that happens for you. For the Librans, especially with the Libra rising, this is happening at home work area. So there is an opposition there or a situation where there is not enough balance anymore between work and home. That could be a tons of reasons, but the thing is that because you have Mars there, a very in the highest part of your horoscope, Mars is in the 10th house with the North Node, with Mercury opposing Pluto, opposing Saturn, opposing the South Node. It is about, I think for most Librans, about regaining your power, taking back your power. So you could be challenged by a boss, for instance, that he is really doing this. Be careful that, I say careful that what I'm trying to say is, if there is a situation and it's out of your power to change something, don't put your energy in trying to change that boss, because it's a waste of energy, and it won't happen. It won't happen. The more you try to do it, the more you try to control your work and your boss, the less it will work for you. So there is the advice of let it go and take the courage to make your conclusions and to do that. It's easier said than done, believe me. I know how this is, but it can deal with a more stress situation now, because you've suppressed this and you're trying so much to change that boss or to make changes in the environment because you know better. You're maybe in the wrong environment. Maybe it's time for you to change and to take some steps that is also about getting back into your power instead of trying to change another person's power. Or the other way around, someone is really trying to put you down, someone is really trying to control you, then it's now the time to say no and to say, but as calm as you can to say no and to say, look, this is I'm not being authentic anymore. I'm just having troubles with that because of this or this or that. Maybe you are physically having problems or what else. So this is a really important time of taking courage, being not too aggressive, but also not letting other people being aggressive towards you. So it's putting your focus on your own power and your own strength and what can you do in the situation that will help you. For those of you who are not working, or for those of you who are maybe having the age of 70 or whatever, this could have to do with a balance between what do I do at home and how do I have to make some changes for my emotional security. So that could be the case that you are trying to have a better emotional support from within. When you are very young, it could mean even a struggle with mum. The 10th house is also mum. It could mean that you're 18 or 20 years old and you're going to next, in September, you want to go to college or you want to go to university, for instance, and there is a struggle happening now where your mum doesn't want that because she wants the control over you. Okay, so that could be the case as well, that now you have to mobilize yourself. You have to do two things. Either you will have to mobilize yourself, your strength and your courage, because you neglected that for whatever the reason is. It's no use of saying to yourself, oh, pity yourself, or to be angry with yourself. It's about mobilizing your strength. Or either when there is a situation that you cannot control, stop trying to control it and And you will see that there is that liberation in that there is something better for you. But of course, fear is involved here, and maybe even shame. So not an easy month for taking. It won't be for every Libran, of course. It depends. But this is a lot for the Librans who have planets between, let's say, the last decade of the Libra, which is as from 17 degrees of Libra until 29 degrees of Libra. They will feel it the most. But yes, that it's because you've been building up, and now it's a bit of a time of release, and that has consequences for sure. But at the same time, I think for you, what can really help you is your spiritual connection, and is your knowing that you have strong ideas, and you have ideas that are really in a bigger picture way, so to speak. You have the Sun and Venus, which is your ruler, in the 9th house. So you can really gain a lot from broadening your perspective, from seeing things in a bigger perspective, or trying to do so, whether you are traveling, reading books, watching a movie, hanging out with people from a totally different culture, because that broadens up our perspective mostly. So you will be able to do that with the Sun and Venus there. Make sure if you are traveling that you don't expect too much from it. I say that because the Sun and Venus does have some tension there with Pluto and with Neptune and Jupiter. But that, again, I don't think for you that will be that much of a problem. It is more about the thing that can really lift you up is that positive mindset, and you will have that. You will have that more than usual, and that will help you in taking some serious and important decisions that consider home and family, but also that consider work. So having said that, I wish you a lot of courage, a lot of courage. And Librans are not about confrontation. So this could be a bit more difficult energy than other energy, but it's there for a reason. And try to see that bigger picture, and then you will be fine. Having said that, thank you so much for listening. And if you want a personal reading, get in touch, and see you next month. Bye-bye.